Hi, this is Chris Frew with BioBuzz at the QNova Life Sciences Partnership Forum, part of JP Morgan Healthcare Week. I'm here with Sherif Soliman with Matregenix. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'd love for you to talk to our users a little bit. Tell them a little bit about who you are and your company.
So myself, again, my name is Sherif Soliman, founder and CEO of Matregenix. About myself, actually, just going back, I grew up in the Sinai Desert of Egypt, and I believe that background gave me a very unique perspective on resilience and building things from nothing. So I became a biomedical engineer, and then had my PhD in material science. Then I dove into this world of nanofibers and electrospinning exactly over about 20 years ago. And since then, I've been really fascinated by the potential of this technology in specifically solving or addressing many unmet medical needs.
So how are you applying the nanofiber technology right now through your company into the market?
So nanofibers are basically nanomaterials of fiber shape. They're very, very tiny fibers that is about 1,000 times smaller than the width of a single human hair. So we applied it through a technology called electrospinning, basically applying high voltage to a polymer solution, and with the field difference, you end up having nanofiber created in a non-woven fashion. That these matrices essentially mimic your native extracellular matrix, and they become a scaffolding material that help regenerating tissue. So electrospinning and nanofibers are our core technology that we have been applying it, and we have developed multiple products in the pipeline based on this technology.
That's exciting. Tell us about a couple of products that you're working towards right now.
So we have one of our targets, like main target, is soft tissue repair applications, and our initial targets right now, we have been working on areas like wound healing, rotator cuff repair for shoulder surgeries, and also dental barrier membranes for guided bone regeneration. Those are three of our main beachhead indications. However, we have many other indications and applications have been in the pipeline under development right now.
Where are you with your lead applications, and what are the next steps you're working towards this year?
So the lead application, we're still preclinical. We have been basically finalizing all the preclinical studies and hoping within the next year we will have our initial 510K clearances coming out to the market.
Well, that's an exciting time to look forward to this year. Now, nanofiber technology has a lot of applications as well. You mentioned wound healing and such. We're here with the QNova MTech conference. So we've heard a lot about dual use. Are you looking into the dual use market as well?
Definitely, we are. The technology we have is dual use. We're actually funded by multiple DoD SBIRs and contracts, and we have demonstrated how this technology can be useful for both our warfighters and as well as the civilian market. Which we have two different strategies for most of these products, and specifically for defense applications, obviously, because we're trying to come up with a new material that replaces the gold standard biological materials that have significant limitations when it comes to the DoD use because of the logistical challenges and requiring special storage conditions and limited shelf life. So we're trying to actually solve all these issues through coming up with a new material that would replace these materials, and that's one of the main value propositions of the technology that we have.
Now, are you pursuing this with your company as a product-based company, or is it a platform? Are you are you applying it broadly, and you have a couple of the core products you're building? Tell us a little bit more about the business strategy.
So the business strategy here, actually, yeah, it's both, I would say. We have built a very unique business model that allowed us to 100% bootstrap this company to be where we are today with zero outside funding. And when I say it's a hybrid business model that allows us basically to offer contract development and manufacturing based on this platform technology. So the core technology is the same, where we offer the contract development and manufacturing services. We generate revenue through that model, and we reinvest that 100% back into R&D to advance our own product developments. So with that model, basically, besides us realizing that we need to be vertically integrated, we also manufacture our own machines. So like we have been very successful in the contract development and manufacturing, not just generating revenue, but also having like a great reputation in the market that with our ability to turn a proof of concept or idea quickly into a prototype, and that has basically we're helping the commercial market finally to adapt this technology, which has been known for a while, has been very well established in academia, but has not been translated into an actual commercial products.
And you feel good about where we are right now, at a good point where the market's ready to start translating this into commercial products?
We believe that this is the golden time finally arriving for nanofibers. People have been talking a lot about the potential about nanofibers, tons of publications, very well established, like in academia again. But then the translation has not happened because of some limitations. Instead of talking about them, I would say that this limitation has already been overcome. And this is the right time for many companies and innovators actually to adapt this technology to address many unmet medical needs finally.
That's great. Now you're here in San Francisco at JP Morgan Week. Are you raising capital? What are your goals here this week?
So this is actually my first time ever in JPM. This is my second day. I'm very impressed by the dynamics here. We are not raising yet. We are planning on opening a round sometime very soon. So I'm here to learn about the setup, prepping for next year for sure. And I think we have resisted for a long time not to raise fund up until we became where we are today. We became the largest nanofiber supplier in the US. We have multiple products in the pipeline. We have revenue stream coming up. And also we have secured multiple non-dilutive grants of over 10 million that speaks volume about the strength and technology of our company. So where we are today really happened with no outside funding, which I still think it's critical. Of course, I'm not saying do not go for investment, but I think investment needs to be at the right time because it's all about timing. And one of the things I want to say that often actually kill companies and kill innovation is getting that money and investment too early. That would limit your ability to innovate and iterate and optimize, and would limit you with a very rigid and strict timelines that is hard and unrealistic to meet. And then you spend all the time trying to report and justify that to your investors. So instead, my message here really to my fellow founders is just go get some revenue because it's easy. So I'm obviously joking,
yeah, sure.
But there got to be a way to basically delay, if you can, that fundraising and figure out a way to advance your technology before you're limited and strained with that strict timeline that you need to meet.
Well, you mentioned your background gives you some of the resilience as a builder, so I think that's a good message to close on. That you've shown that. So thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today and
thank you so much.
Share your story with me. Really fascinating, and I'm wishing you the best of luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. This is Chris with BioBuzz.